So in the last episode I gave you guys the choice to either leave to Paris Saint-Germain or stay at West Bromwich Albion, and you guys did decide that we should go to France, join Paris Saint-Germain and join another club in this series for the first time. So yes, you guys had the final deciding vote and you did decide that we should leave West Bromwich Albion and leave the Hawthorns. We spent 4 very good years there and we were entering our 5th one and looking pretty strong, but you guys did decide it was now time to leave, try something new, and to be honest, I'm really happy about it. I really do believe that Paris Saint-Germain is a great club for us because they've got a very decent squad, but they've got loads and loads and loads of deadwood here that we'll need to shift on. It's a bit of an ageing squad as well, quite a lot of players coming into their 30s now, even those ones in the first team like Thiago Silva, David Luiz, Handanovic, players like that in their 30s, Higuain, but are still in the first 11, so it's a good chance for us to try and bring in some younger players as well, develop that too. Obviously never managed in France before, so my first stint here as well, and obviously Paris Saint-Germain, I mentioned before, always wanted to manage at Parc des Princes, so I really do feel as though it's the perfect club for us. Monaco would have been, in my opinion, maybe a little bit better, but this was really one of the best clubs we could have gone to. The budget as well is not so astronomical that we can sign every player under the sun as well. As you can see my team lineup here in the squad report too, you may have noticed I put this guy in the first team, Coulomb, a 21-year-old holding midfielder. Look at those stats and great work rates too for a 21-year-old. Looks fantastic. Also Ibrahimovic, Duches, and who was the other player? There's another player that's retiring at the end of his contract as well, come the end of the season. And we have taken over Paris Saint-Germain, who are currently sitting in 4th place in Ligue 1 as well. As you can see, 16 games in, 10 wins, 3 draws and 3 defeats, 6 points off the leaders Monaco. So yeah, there's work to be done here. As you can see, we're in the Champions League group, 1 game to go, and they are 3 points behind Barcelona, currently in 2nd place. That is the team we face in the final Champions League game as well at Parc des Princes. What a game that's going to be. We need to win by 4 clear goals to go through. That is going to be tough. But yeah, a budget of just under £42 million, as we're going to go into the January transfer window in a few episodes time as well. I feel as though this is the perfect club, I really do, because we've got a decent budget. We can sign 1 or 2 players in January. It's going to take a while to sort of bring out the old guard and basically shift them on, hopefully finish this season strong with them, then look to transition into a younger team, fresher faces into the new year with Paris Saint-Germain, and also hopefully as well, touch wood, win a couple of trophies here. Obviously I've never won any French trophies, I've never managed in France obviously, and also trying to get PSG a European trophy too. Obviously in the game I do know they did win the Champions League in the 3rd season, actually not the 2nd season. I said in the last episode, the 3rd season they did win the Champions League in the game, but I'd also like to do it with them myself as well and try and transition them and make them one of the strongest sides in Europe, as I always like to do so when I take over a new job. So yeah, really excited to be here. Thank you everyone for voting, really do appreciate it as well, and hopefully you guys are really going to enjoy this stint here with Paris Saint-Germain in France. And what I will say as well is that if you didn't want PSG to be the club we managed, there were quite a few of you wanting me to stay at West Bromwich Albion. Don't worry too much, because whenever I leave to a club in career mode, I rarely ever stay there for the duration of the series unless we're nearing the series end. So there you go. I'm almost I'm 90% certain we won't stay at PSG for the rest of the series and we'll be gone in a couple of seasons. So that's just to clear things up for those that weren't aware, and if you're new to the channel, then there you go. But still, we do indeed have a first game with Paris Saint-Germain here in Ligue 1 for the first game with PSG away from home. Really excited to line the team up there. It was the first 11 I showed you a minute ago, with one exception. Zlatan would start ahead of Gonzalo Higuain, and in the end it proved to be a great decision just 5 minutes in, because the tall Swedish striker, retiring at the end of the year, does win us a penalty, and Eden Hazard, the Belgian, former Chelsea man, slots it past the goalkeeper who dived the right way and makes it 1-0. So the perfect start here, and I do understand that this team is going to be really strong, and we are going to be the favourites in a lot of the games we play, but it's still going to be a competitive league, this one, and as I said, the team isn't super strong, completely overpowered, so there are going to be quite a few challenges along the way as well. But getting off to a good start as PSG manager was really important for us, so I was really pleased we did take the early lead there. In the 25th minute, a great chance to make it 2-0 as Remy Cabella goes down his left hand side, and the former Newcastle man keeps on going, cuts inside with a Berber spin and shoots, but it's blocked and turned behind for a corner, almost creeping into that bottom corner, but unfortunately it did go behind. And from the corner, Hazard, who got our first goal, crosses the ball in towards Zlatan, who goes for the header. It's cleared away, not really dealt with though, because as Thiago Silva wins this header, it comes to Lucas Digne, and well, how about this for a goal? Lucas Digne, the left back, with an absolute screamer, and this team has got some incredible attacking flair. But I certainly did not expect that from my left back. Incredible goal there by the number 3, and no wonder the team go and celebrate with him, because I thought as the ball dropped to him, I know he's a left-footed player, I don't know what his stats are from range, long-range shooting and so on, but I thought I may as well have a go, you know, first game, see if I can do anything spectacular. And what a goal that is, absolutely incredible on the half volley. It curls so much out and in to the far post there, and the goalkeeper's left hand side. It has got some crazy swerve on it, as you can see here on the replay. That is Roberto Carlos-esque. That is absolutely incredible. What a goal by my left back, Lucas Digne. Fitting I'm talking about Roberto Carlos there, and it's my left back scoring the goal. What a fantastic goal it is. The travelling fans are treated to a brilliant goal. I'm treated to a brilliant goal as my first game in charge of Paris Saint-Germain. And obviously I had to show the sliders after that, because, you know, I've already scored some cracking goals in this series, but I definitely do believe that that is the #1 goal right now. You know, maybe there's been another goal that I'm forgetting that's been better, but for me, that is the best goal of the series, at least so far. What an extraordinary goal by Digne, and it is 2-0 to Paris Saint-Germain. So we're 2 goals up here, just past the half-an-hour mark. They're on the ball again, though, down this right-hand side as Borussia collects the ball and takes it around Thiago Silva. He plays it inside, and for us, a real relief, because some very poor defending there allowed them to come in, and thankfully the shot went wide and behind for a goal kick. And in the 45th minute on the stroke of half-time, Zlatan goes down the left-hand side, fake shots around Conte and gets himself inside the shoot, and the goalkeeper parries it and puts it behind for a corner. So good stop by the goalkeeper there as Zlatan collapses to the floor. Don't think the miss was that bad, Zlatan, but from the corner it's crossed in. The goalkeeper doesn't really deal with it. It comes to Coulomb, who strikes the ball, and the goalkeeper tips it over the bar. So this guy is going to be like my Bentaleb, you know, when Sherwood came into Spurs and he introduced a holding midfielder that turned out to be pretty decent for Spurs. This guy's going to be my Bentaleb, playing in a holding midfield position. There's so much class here in the central midfield role. You know, we could have Pastore or Johan Cabaye, or obviously the obvious choice is Thiago Motta, but no, I'm going to give this young kid a chance. I'm going to come in, try and, you know, change things around at PSG. Like I said, that's the one thing I really want to do here. Try and excite the crowd, give them some younger players coming through, not just playing the old guard, and give him a chance. So it is still 2-0, but just past the hour mark here as Thiago Silva launches the ball forward. Cabaye loses out in the air. It comes to Atar, who flicks it on towards Depreville, who strikes it, and thankfully for us, Handanovic doesn't have to pick the ball out the back of his net, because the shot is off target when it really should have gone in. So still 2-0, and we are still 2 goals to the good here. And 18 minutes before time, we win ourselves a free kick down this left-hand side. Ezekiel Lavezzi is standing over the ball, but we give it to Johan Cabaye instead, and Cabaye's got a really good delivery on him. He crosses the ball in. Who does he pick out? It's Coulomb, the 21-year-old. Yes, I've given this guy his debut in a Paris Saint-Germain shirt. He hadn't made an appearance to date before this one, and he ends up scoring on his debut as well. So a dream debut for the number 40. He takes the chance, definitely, as he makes it 3-0 to Paris Saint-Germain. The travelling fans know that they are going happy. They are going to see a debut win for me as their manager. It's a great header by Coulomb. This guy has got everything to be a world-class holding midfielder in the future. You know, he's got the showing great potential tag, which means he should be between 80 to 85 potential. He's already set 76 overall at just 21 years old. He's 6'2", perfect work rates, low attacking, high defensive. Not too much strength, which I'd like him to beef up on. But other than that, the passing stats are great. The aggression's really high, which is always nice for me in a defensive-minded player. He's got everything we need to make him a really good defensive midfielder. So we're going to utilise all of that stuff. But still, in the 76th minute here, as the goalkeeper gets very fortunate, almost parrying the ball to his man, it comes to Johan Cabaye. He searches out Ezekiel Lavezzi down the left-hand side, who crosses the ball in, and Ibrahimovic turns it in the centre and makes it 4-0 to Paris Saint-Germain. So actually questions of offside about that goal. I'm going to have to watch it back myself there, but in the end it doesn't matter. I mean, it wasn't going to matter regardless. I actually thought he was offside the first time of looking at it, but maybe he wasn't. Regardless, it is 4-0 to Paris Saint-Germain. Ibra getting his name on the score sheet, and in the 90th minute it could have been 5-0 here. Keita off the bench, another good young player here, takes it around his man, cuts from right to left, offloads it to Lavezzi down the left hand side, beats his man with a Ronaldo chop, cuts inside, but the goalkeeper makes the save and it is cleared away. So final score was 4-0 to Paris Saint-Germain. We get ourselves a resounding opening win as Paris Saint-Germain manager. Absolutely delighted about it, thoroughly deserved it. We were so much better than the home side. We really were dominant, and you know, as I mentioned before, this league, although some may say isn't very competitive, we're not going to win games 4-0, 5-0 every single game, but there are some games we really should be able to put the sword to some teams. teams, put on a real good show, score a couple of nice goals like we did in that game as well, the Digne goal being a highlight. And, you know, that should be really fun for you guys to watch, to see those really, really nice goals, and a lot of times really dominating and playing some fantastic football like we did. But as always, guys, a big thank you for watching the video. I really do hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed today's episode of Career Mode, then please do leave a like, as it is much appreciated and it really does help my channel out. A reminder, this isn't going to be forever. This isn't going to be a permanent change, as we are managing PSG now. We will probably be leaving in a couple of seasons time, but thank you to everyone that voted regardless. Hope you did enjoy the video. Please leave a like if you did, and I will see you for the next episode of Career Mode, where we will have our first home game with Paris Saint-Germain.